Hey, it's your boy, welcome back once again to a new game, John Mambo. This is an alpha build of a game. I was asked if I would like to show off and play, and I thought I would because I've gone through it. It's actually a fun little game. It's a shmup of sorts with different paths you can take. Anyway, let's just play the game. Play on easy. I don't think you can play on Nightmare. Maybe you can. Anyway, everything is locked except for the campaign. Down here, our enemies have built a great cannon that threatens us. Mambo must disembark at enemy territory, head north, and enter the enemy base to sabotage this great cannon. Let's defend our democracy, bombing with grenades. So I did, as I said, complete it once already. I did play through it just to get a feel for the game and make sure I'm doing everything correctly. And it's a fun game. You can play with mouse and keyboard or controller. I kind of prefer. So, do not enter. Yeah. I don't think... Maybe you can. You can enter. I never actually tried to... Kitty cat! I didn't actually try and enter that boat the first time. Anyway, mines! You can destroy signs, blow them up. You can walk through the mines. It takes a second for them to actually blow up. And you just click and fire. Not really a hard thing to understand. You avoid damage, all that fun stuff. You can pick up crates and get weapons. So, as I was saying, I prefer mouse and keyboard for one very big reason, and that's because if you have an auto fire button like I do, it gives you pretty much a super gun that you can just fire. Now the the rapid fire button, not everyone would have, and that's just something they... Oh, hello, crocodile. I did. Oh, there we go. But yeah, the I'm getting so many things I never actually got the first time around. This is actually pretty fun. Yeah, the thing. The fire button is part of my mouse, so there's that. But it does break the game a little bit because it makes it super easy. Though, as I said, I'm getting things I didn't even know you could do before, like beating up the people, the cat at the beginning. There's a lot of little things here and there about this game that I didn't even know about. And then you die. So, not really that bad of a thing. Just puts you back at the checkpoint. It does decrease your score. I don't know if it decreases it to the point you were at, or if it just flat out minuses some of your score. But, it does take some score away. But, anyway, let us rapid fire here. And... that. You do have a grave site for where you died, and I am just getting shot because I am not paying attention very well. Anyway, you do have extra guns. Not really extra guns, but you get power guns. And one negative thing about this game, I will say, is wow, I died. You can't hold down the mouse button. So it'd be nice if you could hold down the mouse button and fire slowly, like it fires like this or something when you hold down the mouse button. Not the case. You have to keep clicking, and you can click as fast as you want, and that kind of makes you fire really quickly. So that is one downside. It's the same with controller. You can't just hold down the fire button. You have to keep pressing it. which is another reason why I prefer the mouse and keyboard, because it's a whole lot easier to press a mouse button than it is to press the controller button. Really just kind of focus on the game. It's a fun game. It takes a lot of focus, though. And my bullets are not reaching the tank. But yeah, there's a lot of little things I never actually ran into the first go-around I did, like the alligator, the trap. I never actually ran into those. So it's interesting to note that there are little traps that you can run into. Also, I think I killed some chickens. Got life back. Now, one thing I do know, I don't know if you can flat out go over this bridge. I'm going to assume you can. But one thing I did find out is if you blow up that barrel, you blow up the bridge, which dries out this river and lets you actually go across the river. So as I did say, there are multiple paths you can take through this. So that is just something that you can do, just multiple paths. But yeah, there's a lot of things that go on the screen, and a little bit hard to keep track of. But there we go. Save the people. Have a explosive barrel which breaks down the wall over here for you to go through. And then you can keep going about your path. There's another checkpoint coming up here shortly, which is good, because I've not gotten a checkpoint for a while. Can't actually fire up there. I was kind of hoping I could fire at the bird. I don't know if the chicken does anything except you startling it. There we go. Get rid of him. I miss a lot of those bush guys. The first go around, I did. I missed quite a few of them. You can see them if you pay attention because they have their eyes that kind of poke out. Final boss. That final boss thing does take a little while to go through, which is a little annoying, but it's not like the worst thing in the world. I shoot all the people. Up here, you have this you blow up, and that allows you in here. Fire at that dude. Get across here. You can't go in there. Okay. I was like, maybe you can go in there. I actually just went the path of blowing up all of these. So that is the path I did. Massive bullets. So I will be using those in a second. If you middle mouse click, you actually will fire the specialty guns. So that's what these are, specialty guns. Massive bullets. And there we go. I kind of got rid of that. So, kind of easy. Kind of cheated with my fire button. But 3-star. I beat it in 7 minutes and 37 seconds. Incoming call. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring. Press any key to skip animation. Mambo at the phone. Your boss at the phone. We didn't receive everything under control, boss. I will say the developers are not English, so any grammatical errors like that is just translation issues. But they're so minor, I wouldn't really even worry about them too much. Anyway, kind of destroy the whole mountainside. I didn't actually watch this the first... Oh, boy. Yeah, I didn't actually watch this the first time. But, so I didn't actually know that's what happened. So ninja. 3 letters. That didn't work too well. Anyway. But yeah, so you have, I believe this is Portuguese. If I'm wrong, I really, really apologize for that. But you also have English. So there we go. I don't think you can, no, you can play a nightmare mode. Let's just check out nightmare mode for a second and figure out like what that is. Cause I played on easy. I didn't play on nightmare mode, so I'm kinda curious what exactly. There's a lot more mines. There are a whole lot more mines. Get rid of this. Oh boy, there's a lot of people and a guy that just explodes. That is crazy amount of stuff that goes on. So I'll try this for a couple of minutes here just to see how well I can do, how far I can go. I will stop when I die and accidentally press my caps lock button, but that probably won't show up in the recording. But yeah, that is... Okay, so I got them down. They didn't sound the alarm. That's a grenade! Well, I died again. Really, really, doesn't take kindly. I think you have 1 hit, I think is the big thing. I think you don't have more than one hit. So I think that's the one of the big things about Nightmare Mode is you don't have multiple hearts that I'm noticing. You only have the 1. But I am getting lives instead of power-ups. Okay. Oh man, yeah, that is brutal. Really, really brutal. Oh, but it's fun. It's definitely one of those things where it's so brutal that like you're not mad about dying. You really just want to get better at it. Which that just shows off like how good of a game something is in my opinion, where you don't get mad at dying. Like that really is a big thing. If you get mad at dying in a game, it's probably not the best game. But if you don't get mad at dying, it's probably a good game. Yep. one shot death. One shot death. But we did see the end of it, so I'm not too concerned about getting all the way to the end. But as I said, I did play on easy. And this is definitely not easy. Definitely on the harder side. I don't even know what hit me. Like I fell down and then exploded. But game over. This is a fun game. It's an alpha build. I believe there's going to be a Kickstarter for it, but quite a fun game. I'll put a link to the company's website down in the description below, so you can check it out. You can play it. You can try and beat it on Nightmare Mode, which I could not do, at least in my short sitting here. But anyway, this has been Ninja Boy, and I will be back later with more things next time. See you guys then.